Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 7 Days Podcast. This time, I'm just going to sit here and discuss what I've heard, discuss some wrestling topics. You know what I always do, pretty much. And if you hear stuff in the background, it's pretty much my fan, because I refuse to sit here and talk for at least an hour, and then I'm sweating. My ass sweats all day. I can't do it, okay? If I leave my room without my fan, I'm sweating buckets like that. So, without further ado, let's waste a little time, okay? I'm on CagesideSeats.com. A rumor roundup, talk about Raw reunion, who turned down, stuff with Finn Balor, the Alexa Express, and more. So, per PW Insider, Candice Michelle will also be at Raw reunion next week. Now, I like Candice. It's just that, in her run in WWE, the only thing I remember her doing was having a good match. I believe it was at Vengeance Night of Champions 2007 when she took on somebody. I can't remember who, but it was a nice match. Or she had a nice match at least once with the women's title line. 2007 was like the last year or last good year for Candice, because at least it showed that she wants the women's title instead of her coming around like she did before, twirling. Like I don't know what was her thing with twirling. She tried to show what she's got, but she ain't got much. A nice looking face, but that's pretty much it for me. So Candice LeRae being on Raw, not really big, but nice to see. I wonder how they're gonna handle the old stars coming back on Raw this week. We'll have to wait and see with that. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer mentioned WWE is going to be doing an updated version of the Lex Express to help promote the upcoming WWE move to Fox. So like what? Do you have like superstars on a bus moving towards somewhere, and like it's good, they're moving to Fox? Is that what that is? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see with that. Finn Balor is not currently planned as to wrestle as the Demon at SummerSlam, per the Observer, which is sad. I feel like Bray Wyatt with the Fiend gimmick should go up against the Demon Finn Balor, and Finn Balor losing to Bray Wyatt as the Fiend will obviously make it a big deal. It'll be like, oh snap, Bray Wyatt defeated the Demon. The Demon beat Lashley. The Demon beat Corbin. Holy, who could ever forget that? And, the Demon beat Seth Rollins to win the Universal title. So you gotta keep that in mind. But in the end of the day, bro, the Demon beat AJ Styles as well. Finn Balor defeated AJ Styles at TLC 2017 because AJ was like a last-minute replacement for Bray Wyatt anyway. But yeah, if Bray Wyatt as the Fiend defeated the Demon Balor, then that'd be huge. And then you have to build Bray Wyatt from that point on to face maybe Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship, because I know Seth Rollins is going to win the title after SummerSlam. I know that's going to happen. So there's that. So that's just my thoughts. Hope you guys, shed some light on that. They also say Bully Ray and Jim Ross were invited to the show, but both elected against it. No shit. I mean, JR, AEW, Bully Ray, Ring of Honor, New Japan, maybe. Like they're doing their own thing. They don't need to have. I mean, the only reason why they want to bring Bully Ray back is for the, Dudley Boys reunion thing like they did last year at Raw 25, which was, honestly, their return wasn't that good to me. Mainly because of the pyro, and plus I was expecting it. When you're seeing all the tag team wrestlers in the ring, I'm just seeing all these guys in the ring. I'm like, okay, I think the Dudley Boys are coming back, right? And then they just play the music and they come out like, oh, we want tables. There was no pyro. I'm sorry. You need pyro for the Dudley Boys. That's what made their return to WWE in 2015 so blessed. Okay, it was so great when they came back. Not only because the New Day was the perfect team for them to go up against, but also, it was just out of nowhere. The New Day defeated their opponents, the Lucid Dragons, I think, and then you just hear, and then Dudley Boys music hits. It's like, oh my god, Dudley Boys are back. Everybody's going nuts. So you need the pyro for the Dudley Boys. I'm sorry. That's why. And again, when Road Dogg said that WWE doesn't need it, there's no use for it, BS. Okay, you need the pyro for at least certain instances like that. The Dudley Boys have to have pyro, okay? Edge, when he comes out, when he does his entrance and he does his pose, he needs pyro. Okay, when Batista, if he ever comes back, he needs the pyro. He cannot, unless he's gonna come out as Hollywood Batista and he has the spotlight on him, you know. Outside of that, he needs the pyro. Like Rey Mysterio, when he comes out, I'm sorry, I don't care how old he is, I don't care how bad his legs or knees are. If he doesn't come out and he doesn't jump out of the air like, who's that jumping out the sky, R-E-Y, Mysterio, then I'm sorry, he's worthless to me. When he's in the ring, that's when I get my old, you know, fan of Rey Mysterio coming out. But when it's entrance-wise, I just sit there and just feel like, ugh, Rey Mysterio, hey, you got nothing, leave. Like, you know? So, I'm sorry, I had to go on that little rant, I'm sorry. That's how you know I love pyro so much. AEW, you know, their pyro game is a bit weak, I'm not gonna lie. But hopefully they start to get the big shit and then they start, you know, going all out, no pun intended. In the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, it's mentioned the Raw reunion show came about when because it was one of the least bad ideas from USA Network to turn ratings around. So, yeah, I'm gonna bring the fan down so it won't be that loud. But yeah. So USA Network were behind the Raw reunion. I'm not mad at them for that because, you know, you get to see some people back like Steve Austin and stuff. But I always ask the question, okay, yeah, they're coming back. What are they gonna do? I don't want them to do what they did at Raw 25, where you had like the legends and Hall of Famers standing on the stage and they just wave and you just say their names. Oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah. Devon Dudley, like you know, like I don't want that. They have to have something, you know, like Raw 25. They did some good stuff, you know. Steve Austin coming out stunning the McMahons, you know. You had the APA segment backstage, you know, something that fits their gimmick. You can't just shove them on TV and make people like it. It's just not gonna work. This Raw reunion, the most it's gonna do is gonna get like 3 million people watching, you know. I think it got like 3 to 4 million people watching last year at Raw 25, so we'll see what's gonna happen this year. You got the bad guy Razor Ramon coming through. You got, you know, many more. So it's like I'm at the point where it's like I don't really care I don't care why they're like, I don't really care about them anymore. Like I'm a fan. It's just that nowadays it's not like I'm gonna see them next week. It's not like I'm gonna see them on pay-per-view. It's not like I'm gonna see them on a weekly basis. So why should I care? Oh, it's just for one night. It should be. I don't care about that. I got the network if I want to see them on a week-to-week basis. But I'm not gonna see them on a week-to-week basis. And besides, I don't know how are they fragile? Like how fragile are they? Can they take a bump? Can they get involved in an angle? You know, something. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much from Cage Side Seats. Let's see what else do we got. Sports Kita. Okay, WWE rumors, disappointing news on Finn Balor's demon character. Here we go. It was confirmed to the Wrestling Observer that Wyatt will indeed take on Balor at SummerSlam. However, as stated in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, despite rumors on the contrary, Finn Balor is not at this point slated to be the demon. Balor is still undefeated as the demon on the main roster, at least. And it makes sense for the WWE to hold off on the character. The need of the hour is to build Bray Wyatt. The need of the hour is to build Bray Wyatt as a credible threat. And for that to happen, he would have to go over Finn Balor at SummerSlam. At the same time, WWE can't afford to have the demon take a loss. So yeah, that is true. You know, if Finn Balor goes over Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam, then what the hell was this whole thing about? Why? Why would you waste 4 to 5 months of our time getting excited for Bray Wyatt and then he loses? I mean, that's some weak stuff right there if you ask me. Like, come on. Oh yeah, let's build him up. You know, the Fiend, oh my god, Bray Wyatt, when he wears that mask, you know, it's creepy as shit. If somebody buys that, like, I'm speaking highly of the damn thing, and then he loses, it's like, you know, part of me sometimes when it's situations like these, I'm like, you know, one loss isn't that bad. You know, it's one loss, okay? But then when it happens again and 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 again, then it gets bad. So that's pretty much that with Bray Wyatt, I should say, with Finn Balor at SummerSlam. Bray Wyatt, in my opinion, should be undefeated for, I don't want to say a year, but I want to say, yeah, pretty much a year. You know, make him go up against guys like Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, you know. Because Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns have had good matches in the past. Don't sleep. Hell in the Cell 2015 is still one of my favorite matches I've ever seen, okay, between Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt, okay? That's just me. But yeah, I would have Bray Wyatt defeat everyone that he went up against in the past. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, anyone else involved, you know? I will let Bray Wyatt be a monster like he should be, you know? And then he wins the Universal title by this year. That's what I would do. This is my take on this. He wins the Universal title, I would say Hell in the Cell, right? I'll make Bray Wyatt number one contender, because who else is going to fight Seth Rollins for the Universal title by Hell in the Cell time? Nobody. So you have Bray Wyatt be the one to attack Seth Rollins following SummerSlam. They set up for the match at Hell in the Cell, and then you have Bray Wyatt hold on to the title until WrestleMania. That's what I would do. You let somebody new. I don't want to see Seth. I don't want to see Roman or anyone of that nature build up, and then they go on to face Bray Wyatt, and they're the one to beat Bray Wyatt for the Universal title at WrestleMania. I don't want to see it. I want to see Bray Wyatt face somebody completely new, and I think Ricochet would be somebody new. You know what I'm saying? Now, some might say Aleister Black, but actually, you know what? You know, I was thinking about brand split, but let's be real, because of USA fucking Network, we're not brand split who? Wild card, okay. So I guess Aleister Black would be a good fit for Bray Wyatt to go up and face at WrestleMania for the main title when it's Universal WWE. At this point, it doesn't really matter. So Bray Wyatt wins either belts, and then he goes on to WrestleMania as the champion for as long as he has been. And then you have Aleister Black win the Royal Rumble, and he goes on to face Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. You have the Dutch Destroyer in Aleister Black taking on the Fiend Bray Wyatt. There you go. Am I wrong or right? And hell, if I was WWE, I would sprinkle The Undertaker by Survivor Series time. You know, because Undertaker likes to come back and try to get redemption at Extreme Rules so freaking much. Then why not have it revenge for what you had years ago at Survivor Series? That weird-looking tag team match between Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt against The Undertaker and Kane. You have Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, beat up, destroy, maybe retire The Undertaker at Survivor Series. I mean, come on. Who's against that? Tell me, who's against that idea? Bray Wyatt being the one to put down the mysterious, the Phenom Undertaker for good. Can't go against that. You just can't. You know, that's just my idea. You know, take it as you will. Okay? And I'm just saying this before I listen to any other podcast this weekend. Just saying. Seth Rollins. Here we go again. Seth Rollins on why it's so easy to hate the WWE. Oh, from CageSideSeats.com. Here we go again. Seth Rollins says, and I quote, "We're the New York Yankees. It's easy to hate the New England Patriots. We're those teams. We're the dynasty. It's so easy to hate us, but we're still the most popular company in the world at what we do. We're so far beyond being a wrestling company that it's very easy to point the finger and hate on us. That's the cool thing to do. It makes perfect sense to me. It's how it's always been in sports and entertainment. You always hate the big guy. It's fine. I'm not upset about that at all. I just want people to understand and appreciate the things we go through and the fact that we're always trying to do our best. Nobody's taking it easy. Nobody's just getting by. Everybody from top to bottom, every department in the entire company is putting in as much work as they possibly can to make this the best." End quote. Seth Rollins, I highly, highly disagree with you, sir. It's not because you guys are the biggest thing going on. It's not because you're the biggest cheese. You're the big cheese. You're the biggest company in wrestling. Not because you're the Yankees, or the New England Patriots, or whatever the fuck. It's not because of that whatsoever, okay? No. It's because your fucking program sucks. That's why. Raw and SmackDown for the past 2 years have been freaking awful in my eyes, okay? I try to give SmackDown a pass, but let's face facts. SmackDown 2018 almost had a resurgence, almost had a new life, so to speak, in 2018. And then slowly by the end of the year, things got worse, and then wild card, and then boom, SmackDown died. Raw, I mean, it's like what I said about SmackDown before, okay? SmackDown was how it is now. It's just like how it was 10 years ago, okay? If not 10 years ago, 7 years ago. Where it was, not even 7 years ago, 4 years ago, rather. Where SmackDown was pretty much a replay of Raw, but this time you have some exclusive stars, I guess, championships, and it's live. That's the only difference between now SmackDown and 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago SmackDown. You know, remember when SmackDown was taped and you had rematches from Raw happening on SmackDown, right? It's pretty much like that here today, but the thing is, you have some stars that are exclusive to that brand, and you have championships, and it's live. That's it. There's that. The creative decisions are freaking bad, and it's questionable, and it's hard for you to even enjoy it, you know? People try to tell me, oh, if you're loyal to WWE, you shouldn't question it. Well, if I feel like I'm watching something wrong, shouldn't I question it? If I feel like I'm being insulted, shouldn't I question it? I mean, the fact that they had a brand new match under their freaking nose with Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar for SummerSlam, and they let that shit, they just flick it out their nose like it was a damn booger. Just, bye. You know, instead of letting it stay, be like, let that one booger be the only booger staying in your freaking nose while the other ones are gone. Yeah, no, you went back, you played it safe, and you went back to WrestleMania, and now you're trying to make SummerSlam rematch-a-mania of the summer. What the fuck? I don't get it. So let's see. So SummerSlam, the only match I'm looking forward to now is Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton for the WWE title. There's one. What else is happening at SummerSlam? Bayley versus Ember Moon. There's that. And that's all I can think of right now. I don't know what else is happening at SummerSlam. You know, I'm gonna have to look into that. But still, SummerSlam should be about big matches. The big four should be about the big matches. Yet, they're booking Seth Rollins like they booked Roman Reigns last year. You had Roman Reigns feud with Brock Lesnar from WrestleMania to SummerSlam. And now this year, you're having Seth Rollins win the Royal Rumble. From that point on, feud with Brock Lesnar all the way now to SummerSlam. What the fuck? We're tired. A friend of mine was like, yo fam, if they're making Roman Reigns fight Brock Lesnar again, I'm tired. I'm done. Well, that's how I feel with Seth Rollins right now. I am tired. And some people like to think that I might have changed my tune or, you know, my views on Seth Rollins. No. It hasn't changed. He still fucking sucks, man. Like, I'm sad to say, but it's true. Oh, but Seth Rollins is a fantastic wrestler. He has great matches, so anyone can have a great match, bruh. I'm just saying. Entertainment-wise, he doesn't entertain me. When Brock Lesnar cashed in the Money in the Bank contract this past Sunday at Extreme Rules, I was happy. I popped. I was like, yo, this is fantastic. I love it. Baron Corbin dropping Becky Lynch with the End of Days was beautiful. Baron Corbin said these words word for word. What are you gonna do, you piece of shit? And then Rollins got fired up and he beat up Corbin. I wasn't happy about that. I wanted Corbin to win the title, but that's a different story. But Baron Corbin, when he dropped Becky, then Seth Rollins unleashed his anger on him. Brock Lesnar came out and cashed in, and I'm like, oh my god, oh happy days. I popped. I was like, yes, the beast is here. F5, 1, 2, 3. If I had a reaction, it would probably be the most disliked video I would ever have on my channel if I uploaded that shit. Honest. If I recorded it and uploaded it, it would have been the most disliked thing I have on the channel. Guarantee it. People would be like, how do you like this guy? Oh, you support garbage. Oh, you support a guy who doesn't show up. You know what? I ain't mad at it. You wanna know why I'm not mad at it? Because I don't mind Brock Lesnar. I don't mind not seeing Brock Lesnar every week. I don't mind the fact that Brock Lesnar shows up here and there because WWE books him that way. Let's be real. I'm sure they wanted Brock Lesnar to be full-time. But Brock Lesnar does not like traveling. That's why you don't see him that much. And I'm not mad at him. Who the fuck would want to travel week to week? You know, like, no. You know, I'm sure that would have wore down Brock Lesnar even more for the past couple of years. So now that Brock Lesnar now is Universal Champion, and he's going to be fighting a new challenger, right? We all thought, whoa, they had a battle royale set for Raw the next night. What happened? You had Seth Rollins win that. Why? I don't know why. I would have loved Bobby Lashley. And I said Big E too. I would take Big E. Well, I don't know why. Throwing that wow factor. That difference. It's a different matchup. First time ever. I forgot about Cesaro, but in my head I knew Cesaro wasn't going to win. So I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother with Cesaro. Everyone else kept saying, oh, Cesaro would have been a great pick. But I'm like, at this point, do I really want to see Brock versus Cesaro? They damaged the dude enough. I don't want to see him. Bobby Lashley was the perfect pick in my eyes. After the shit he pulled with Braun Strowman 3 weeks ago, and then the last man standing match at Extreme Rules, come on. He was right there. And then they picked Seth because reasons. Ridiculous, man. I'm sorry. I need to chill. I'm ranting too much. Holy shit. I've been going on this for about 10 minutes. Let's get going. Alright. Wrestling Inc. Paul Heyman reportedly looked to change how promos are done on Raw. Well, we'll see about that. Since being named the new executive director of Raw, Paul Heyman's influence has started to get noticed, whether it be physical segments involving talent or the Mike and Maria Kanellis segments. The man who innovated ECW is looking to do the same with WWE's flagship show. That apparently also includes promo work. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Heyman has been trying to make backstage interviews come across as more realistic. Well, okay, if that happens, then, well, they should. Maybe Seth Rollins might be better on the microphone. Maybe Ricochet might be better on the microphone. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see with that. I don't know. Similar to what we saw with Drew McIntyre and Cedric Alexander on Raw this past Monday, Heyman wants there to be consequences to everyone's actions and for the atmosphere to feel authentic. Well, I guess that makes sense. You know, when Cedric Alexander got involved with that stupid tag team match on Raw, I think the go-home show of Raw was that he was wearing a mask and stuff, right? And then the next week, you know, McIntyre was like, you got involved in my business. Now I gotta deal with your ass. And then they had a match. So, I actually like that. If someone gets involved in your shit, do something about it. Pretty much. I respect that. Raw, it felt like it was going in a good path, and then it fucked up throughout the show. It's weird. That's what happened on Monday night. It was on a good road to success, and then it fucking took a detour down the Grand Canyon, and it went down, and it just died. That's what happened on Raw. That's how I felt. In the past, Heyman has worked with a number of wrestlers when it comes to in-ring and promo work, including Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and Aleister Black. Rousey has publicly talked in the past about Heyman working with her, including some of her promos on Becky Lynch. So there's that. So, honestly, dude, Heyman getting involved with stuff, how promos are done, well, I don't know. If Heyman said that he has stroke on Raw, right? Well, I just hope he does things right. I just don't want things to be bad. And I just, you know, every week goes by with Heyman now being in the role that he's in backstage, every time when he's there, I keep thinking to myself, you know, the more Heyman is there, the more I feel like his role is just to do nothing, because I don't feel any change whatsoever so far, you know? I don't know. Then again, people will be like, well, you can't just, you know, expect change so soon. You gotta let that shit go on smoothly. You gotta let it wait. Well, I guess that's that. Eric Bischoff reportedly starting at WWE headquarters this week. New WWE SmackDown Executive Director Eric Bischoff. I'm back. I'm better than ever. Got a neck. I'm sorry, I've been watching Raw on 2002 as of late on the network. Some good stuff sometimes. Except for that Katie Fix storyline. That was stupid. But outside of that, you know, it was a good time. It was a good time. Eric Bischoff is officially starting with WWE under the new role this week, according to PW Insider. Bischoff arrived in Connecticut this week and will report to work at headquarters in Stamford on Thursday, according to the update. There was speculation on Bischoff running last week's SmackDown Creative, but that wasn't the case. Word on Tuesday was that Bischoff had no hand in this week's episode of SmackDown, thankfully, because that episode was just, you know, it was decent at most. Decent at most, okay? And was not at the arena in Worcester, Massachusetts. As noted, Bischoff moved his family across the country this past week, moving them from Cody, Wyoming to Stamford to be closer to WWE headquarters for the new job. Bischoff tweeted the following on the trip as, okay. Well, yeah, he pretty much, you know, moved from Wyoming to Connecticut. Makes sense, you know. I don't know if he's going to be able to do things backstage, meaning like he's going to be the one to, I guess, be backstage like how Heyman is. I think he's going to be working at Connecticut, and then he's going to give it to the writers and producers, whatnot, that's actually at the arenas, and then I guess that'll be the case. I don't know. 24/7 title match reportedly planned for SDCC. For I don't know what that is. San Diego Comic-Con. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. As noted, there has been speculation on WWE on doing a possible 24/7 title change at Comic-Con this week. They better do it. Better film it too. WWE did a segment on last week's SmackDown where Carmelo suggested to Truth that he visit SDCC to hide out from Drake Maverick, who was looking for revenge. In an update, WWE has plans to film a match between Maverick and Truth at the fan convention in San Diego tomorrow. What was this? This was 2 days ago. I'm recording this on the 19th. This might be up on 20th tomorrow on Saturday. So this past week, pretty much. This past Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. According to PW Insider, it was known that Truth and Maverick are both in San Diego. Carmella indicated on Instagram that she is back in Boston, but that could be a post to prevent the spoilers. There's no word yet on if WWE has a title change planned for Maverick versus Truth, but we'll keep you up to date. WWE crews were already scheduled to be at SDCC for the annual WWE panel. We noted before that Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, along with their Major Wrestling Figures podcast, will be hosts of the annual WWE Mattel panel, which has been fairly newsworthy in recent years. WWE Champion Kofi Kingston, Raw Women's Champion Boring Lynch, and Rey Mysterio will be featured this year. I did not mispronounce her name, Boring Lynch, because she is fucking boring. I'm sorry. The panel will be held at 11:15 a.m. local time at the convention tomorrow. Below is the synopsis. Yeah. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading it. I'm sorry. I don't want to read it. Yeah. By the way, you know, Becky Lynch got to face Natalya at SummerSlam, which I was like, okay. I mean, I'm just not really hyped. But then she got on the microphone and then, you know, talking about being best friends and respect. And then, you know, Natalya just said something about Becky Lynch not being a good lover, bitch. And it's like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. You know, and in my mind, I'm like, if they could give me bitch Natalya, I will take it. Okay, I might be hyped about this match. Okay. Remember the time when Natalya and Nikki Bella had a feud, and like Nikki Bella trying to figure out who attacked her at Survivor Series 2016. It took about 2 months, and then after that, Natalya came out on SmackDown and said, "Yeah, it was me, you bitch." And it's like she's going on a rant saying how it should have been her instead of Nikki Bella, getting all the glitz and the glamour and the fame and whatnot, and then she went on to say, "That's why John Cena will never marry you." And I'm like, oh shit, you know, like, I want that Natalya, bitch Natalya. That's what I want. You give me that, you're gonna get excitement out of me for this match between her and Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. If nobody turns heel in this match, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I said, I don't give a fuck. I said, I just don't give a fuck. I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. I said, we don't give a fuck. I said, I don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Like, seriously, if you don't turn her heel, we don't care. Sorry. And I said we, I mean everybody in the fucking WWE universe. They're not gonna care if you don't turn either of them heel. It's sad truth, okay? That all you're gonna hear is crickets when they're wrestling in the ring. That's all you're gonna hear. Okay, so apparently Kofi Kingston is gonna be defending his WWE title against Dolph Ziggler and Samoa Joe for a event on the network this Saturday, which is pretty much today, at Bridgeport area. It will live in Bridgeport area in Nashville, Tennessee. The event's called Smackville. Now, people were like, oh, you know, people called Stomping Grounds and Great Balls of Fire and stupid names, but yeah, Smackville. Great Balls of Fire was a good name because it's actually a song, you know. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire. There's that. So that was cool in my eyes. Stomping Grounds, ugly pay-per-view, ugly name, ugly logo. What else is there for you to say, huh? What was the meaning of Stomping Grounds? Nothing. There's nothing. Oh, we're gonna kick ass and take some lives. Yuck. Really? I mean, lame. So there's that Smackville. It's just a house event. That's it. It's a network special. That's all you got. It's not, you acting like it's a pay-per-view. Relax. Stomping Grounds was actually a fucking pay-per-view. They took Backlash and said, nah, we don't want Backlash. We had enough of Backlash as of late, so we're gonna have Stomping Grounds. Bitch, you couldn't give me anything else? Judgment Day, fucking Armageddon, your mama house, I don't know. Anything but Stomping Grounds. Fuck, dude. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Top matches advertised for WWE Hell in a Cell, which will be live in the Golden One Center in Sacramento, California, the home of the Sacramento Kings in the NBA, which is a trash team in my eyes, but they're not worse than the fucking New York Knicks. That's just my opinion. The New York Knicks suck, dude. I'm sorry. Yo, they fell from grace years ago. You had Carmelo Anthony for help, but it wasn't enough. I'm sorry. Yeah, the 2019 Hell in a Cell pay-per-view has been confirmed for October 6th, which is nice. So, what's the pay-per-view in September? Nothing? Maybe? I don't know. They might have a pay-per-view like 3 weeks from SummerSlam. Maybe, or after SummerSlam, they're gonna have, I don't know, maybe another Australian pay-per-view. I don't know how things are gonna play out. We have to wait and see with that. The arena is currently advertising Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Not really against that. I don't mind that. As long as Shane McMahon is not with him. Please. Jesus, please. And then Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston at Hell in the Cell. So here's what could happen, because things could change, right? Cards subject to change. But it says here, Randy Orton versus WWE Champion Kofi Kingston, and it says Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. It did not say if he's Universal Champion or not, so I don't know. But then again, things could change. We might see. I know Seth is gonna win at SummerSlam. I just know it. Why would they give Brock the title then, you know, Seth not winning it at SummerSlam? Come on, right? They need a big headliner, so Brock is the guy, right? Randy Orton could win the title at SummerSlam. Kingston get another shot at Hell in the Cell, maybe inside the cage, and then there you go. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Okay, can I see the WWE pay-per-view schedule, please? I would love to know what it is, because I want to know what's happening this year. Okay, so this year we had TakeOver UK, Blackpool, TakeOver Phoenix, Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, TakeOver New York and Brooklyn, even though it should have said TakeOver Brooklyn 5, but bitches, I don't know. WrestleMania 35, Money in the Bank, TakeOver 25, a great pay-per-view or event, I don't know, fuck. Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia, Stomping Grounds, Tacoma, Washington, Extreme Rules, you know, then TakeOver. By the way, TakeOver Toronto, I'm gonna be there. Just saying, I'm gonna be at TakeOver to Toronto because fuck SummerSlam. Because I refuse to sit my ass down for 6 hours watching SummerSlam. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Hell no. Clash of Champions on September 15th in Charlotte, North Kakalaki, and then Hell in a Cell will be in October 6th. November 1st will be another Saudi Arabian show, and then TakeOver War Games and Survivor Series will happen as well. And then TLC will be the last show of the year in Minneapolis, Minnesota, December 15th. So that's cool. That's actually a good pay-per-view schedule, you know. The fact that we have, I mean, for God's sakes, you know, it's crazy. In my eyes, it's crazy, you know. I just miss the days, you know, Backlash, Judgment Day, Armageddon, you know. I just want those old pay-per-views back. I don't want TLC or, you know, Extreme Rules, Stomping Grounds. Like, I'm sorry, dude. As much as it shouldn't matter, it should be the quality of the pay-per-view, not the name. But at the same time, dude, you have two ladder-based pay-per-views, dude. You have two ladder match-based pay-per-views throughout the year. You have Money in the Bank and you have TLC. What type of fuckery is that? You know? That's like having a Hell in a Cell being built up at WrestleMania and then having the same pay-per-view. Then they've done that too, you know. In 2012, they had Triple H and Taker go out at WrestleMania and it's a Hell in a Cell. And then you had the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view later on in the year. Same thing in 2016. Taker and Shane in Hell in a Cell. Then you had the pay-per-view later on in the year. I'm just saying, get rid of the gimmick pay-per-views. Why couldn't you give me a No Mercy? Unforgiven, can we get that back? Unforgiven is a perfect pay-per-view to hold Hell in a Cell in. Come on! If not Unforgiven, No Mercy would be a good one. Come on, you know. Armageddon makes sense as the last pay-per-view of the year. Things are coming to an end. The year is coming to an end. Armageddon, boom! Come on, you did things perfectly 11 years ago, and now you fucked things up. You got lazy with your pay-per-views, man. I'm sorry. You know, low key, a part of me is like, you know what? I should, you know, stop using these gimmick pay-per-views in my universe mode and just use proper shit, how things are supposed to be done. You know. And they need to get rid of Fastlane, dude. Like, let Fastlane be like a network special. You know, like say WrestleMania happens early April, and we're not getting a pay-per-view like Money in the Bank until like the middle of May. So like maybe at the end, I don't know, like let Fastlane be like something like a special event or something, dude. Like let it be a fucking Saudi Arabian show. I don't know. WWE Fastlane, it's Saudi Arabia. Oh, they might do it. They could do it. I don't know. Not just me talking. That's me talking on my ass. All right. And the last thing I want to talk about, Shawn Michaels returning to SmackDown next week for commentary. What in the actual hell is this? I don't even know what's going on. Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels will make his return to SmackDown on Tuesday's episode. I think it's Shawn Michaels' first time being on SmackDown since 2000. I can't remember. 2010, I think it was. Maybe, yeah. I might be wrong. I think it might have been like 2012 or 13. I don't know. 2010. I'm gonna stick with that. Anyways, live in Miami, Florida, in the American Airlines Arena, Michaels took to Twitter today to reveal what is today? Oh, that was yesterday on the 18th. Okay, Michaels took to Twitter to reveal that he will be doing commentary on Tuesday's SmackDown. He wrote, "I've had a lot of fun times on Monday Night Raw, but I'm not just coming to Raw Reunion to see some friends. All HBK is going to be joining commentary this Tuesday on SmackDown Live. Hashtag I've been practicing." Well, you did that at WrestleMania. You weren't that good, so I hope you done some practicing. God damn it, you're great in the ring, but not on commentary. I'm sorry. Michaels, who turned 54 on Monday, cool, happy birthday, Sean, will also make an appearance on Monday night's Raw Reunion live in Tampa. So there's that. So that's a nice way to celebrate your birthday, you know, live in Tampa, Florida, you know, on your birthday, Raw Reunion. That's cool. That's cool. And that's pretty much it. Is that it? Is that it? Backstage news on Kevin Owens promos. Let me get this. This is the last thing. This is actually the last thing I want to talk about because people are like, "Oh, he's like CM Punk." Y'all need to stop with that. How is Kevin Owens like CM Punk? Explain that to me. I've been watching this shit for fucking 10 years, and you're telling me within the 10 years I've heard and seen of promos, you're telling me Kevin Owens reminds you of, or he is like CM Punk? Oh, these people, wrestling fans, man, I swear to God. Oh, Lord. Kevin Owens has been cutting his recent promos without a script, according to a new report from Sports Illustrated. While Owens has been working with no script as of late, he is working off of bullet points given to him by the SmackDown writers. That's actually interesting to know. WWE is currently pushing Owens as a babyface, something they had planned months ago before he had to turn heel to make up for the WrestleMania 35 injury with Daniel Bryan. It's been reported that WWE gave Owens the stunner as a finisher to help him get over as a strong babyface. WWE allowing Owens to work with a script without a script shows that they have a lot of faith in the former Universal Champion. There's no word yet on where WWE is going with the current Owens versus McMahon feud, but speculation is that the program will end at SummerSlam with a match between the two, as noted by SI. WWE could really advance the push of Owens by having their SummerSlam match end with Owens making short work of McMahon. Here's what I would do. Kevin Owens, he has to put something on the line. Shane McMahon puts up his power on the line, where in the end of the day, Shane McMahon can no longer be running both Raw and SmackDown. He cannot be the one on TV weekly, right? So that'll be one stipulation if Kevin Owens wins. If Shane McMahon wins, Kevin Owens is gone. You know, something like that. And then Kevin Owens makes short work of Shane at SummerSlam, and Shane McMahon is gone. Boom. There you go. So the fact that people are saying he's like CM Punk is really asinine, ridiculous, blasphemous. That's what that is, okay? The fact that you're comparing him to CM Punk. How? I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, he's not really working with word-for-word script, but he's still being told what to say. He's given bullet points on what to say. You know, it's not really like, you know, like word-for-word scripts like before. You know, it's bullet points. So pretty much it's like, okay, talk about Shane McMahon, and then he's going off, right? I'm not saying CM Punk wasn't scripted at all. I'm saying, well, he didn't say anything word for word. I watched the documentary. I watched the documentary of CM Punk many, many times before. He said what was on his mind. He said what was in his heart. What Kevin Owens is saying is a part of a storyline. What CM Punk is saying, he said he took real shit, and then eventually they made it into a storyline. He said July 17th in 2011, I am leaving WWE. I'm not resigning, or whatever he said, right? And he's gonna leave with the WWE title. They took that and they made it to a storyline. CM Punk, you know, realistically did not resign until after, or until the night of. The night of, he won the title, he resigned. He was able to re-sign the contract. Like the point I'm trying to get here is that it's not like Kevin Owens is gonna leave. Didn't he resign like last year? Where's he gonna go? I mean, he could go anywhere. I'm just saying, well, where's he gonna go when he just re-signed a few more years on his contract? You have to like he's gonna leave and take the title with him, blah blah blah, like Punk did. No, stop. And besides, he's ranting on Shane McMahon. I mean, CM Punk, he didn't rant on Vince that much. He just ranted on what was on his mind. How he hated the idea of John Cena being the best in the world, where he's the best in the world. He hated the idea of The Rock coming back and immediately being pushed into the main event of WrestleMania 28, when it should have been him being put in that spot by that time. You know? Calling people ass kissers, mentioning Brock Lesnar. I don't hear Kevin Owens mentioning wrestlers that he should not mention. He mentioned people that's a part of the freaking company. Liv Morgan, AOP, Apollo Crews, and others. He mentioned those people because they're a part of the fucking show. CM Punk mentioned Brock Lesnar, and he was out in UFC. They haven't mentioned Brock Lesnar since he left. And yet you're going on saying that Kevin Owens reminds you of CM Punk? How? Blasphemous. That is blasphemous, dude. Like, it's stupid. Wrestling fans, I swear to God, how do you come up with this bullshit? How? I don't understand people, dude. I just don't. Anyways, I'm done. I'm sweating, even though my fan is on. I'm sweating. I don't know. If you guys can, please leave a like on this podcast. If you guys, please leave a like, thumbs up on the podcast. Hope you guys can enjoy it. Like, subscribe, and yeah, let's see how things play out within the next week of WWE. I can't wait for All Out. That shit's gonna be lit. And no, CM Punk is not going to show up at All Elite Wrestling. He's still under contract with UFC. Unless he is a free agent, nobody should mention him coming to a wrestling show ever again. If he's not a free agent, meaning he's not signed to anyone, he's still signed to UFC, or at least to an MMA company, period, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Stop it. He's not coming back, and he's not yet. Give him time. Do I think he's coming back? Yes. But am I gonna be sitting here and be all like, just berate him on Twitter? Be like, come back to wrestling, you suck at MMA. No! I support what the dude is doing. I've been saying this for 4 to 5 years now. Let the man live life. The man is fine. The dude is happy. If the dude is happy, let him be. If he doesn't want to do wrestling anymore, let him be. Just because you want him to do it doesn't mean he has to do it. Just stop. Enough. I'm tired. So yeah, I'm done. If you guys can, like, subscribe, and I'm out. I'm tired. I'm out. Later.